quiet lad looking sharp. You on the pull, are you? Hey, you absolute weapon. Today we're going to be making the dish everyone's talking about. It's steamed cabbages. Now for this recipe you're going to need some of these things. Cabbages. If you ain't got any, pull yourself together, because I've got a load that me cousin nicked and I'm selling them cheap down the market. Let's go! Cabbages for sale! Cabbages for sale! You've got to put in the work at the market stall, you know, charm the punters, bit of banter. Alright love, you're looking tasty this morning, but not as tasty as my cabbages. Buy some! Lovely day, innit? Lovely day. Lovely cabbages. They're for sale, these ones. Want one of these? Alright mate, so you checking these cabbages out? You're going to buy some, are you? Yeah, what are you looking at them for then? No, if you look at them for that long, you've got to buy it. You've got to buy them now. You've got to buy them. Not a great texture, not a great taste. There's something really off about them, but they do exist, so we've got to eat them. Now, you might look at these and you might say, well, yeah, they look bloody delicious, but what am I going to do with them? Well, the thing about cabbages is they are pretty bewildering to me. You look at them at first, you think, well, that's just a bit of veg, but actually, it's one of the most complex things you can ever think about. Because you have a look at them and you've got cabbage leaf, yeah, you peel that back, you're greeted by another cabbage leaf, you peel that back, and it's the same story. You peel that one back, you think, sure, there can't be another one under it. There is. It's just, this thing is stocked full of cabbage leaves. That's cabbages. If you like cabbage leaves, this is the veg to go for. It's sort of infinite, isn't it? It's infinite cabbage leaves. It's leaves within leaves within leaves. It's like Inception. It's bloody complicated to wrap your head around. So I just get left in a daze because I'm thinking, well, alright, you've got all of these leaves beyond leaves, and I'm outside of the cabbage. Is there another cabbage leaf above, you know, this? The earth is round, cabbage is round. We're just sitting on a big old cabbage, and above us, the night sky is just a bigger cabbage leaf covering us. Maybe not. I'm not saying that is the case. I'm saying this, we don't know. The jury's out. And you know, if I think about these too long, it does me head in. It really does do me head in, actually. So that's why I really want to shift them, so I don't have to keep thinking about them. Because they're bloody complex, aren't they? I don't think anyone could wrap their head around that, really. There's just some things nobody knows the answer to, and if we're on a cabbage or not, that's one of them.
Let us praise and doff our caps to our glorious leaders, the royal family. God save the king and all his merry men. Everybody loves them, all right. But who exactly are they? Where do they come from? And where will they go? We all know King Charles III with his iconic oversized lobes and his undeniably posh voice. But let's take a look at the rest of the royal family tree. William, Prince of Wales. Princess Anne Boleyn, the artist formerly known as Prince. Chesney, Sir Kenneth and his basket of mischief. Mrs. Baggs. Chris Pratt in a lady's hat. Ew, Clive. She's on the stairs. Cheeky Margaret. Boy and dog. Ah, cackling Edmund. Andrew's mistresses. Mr. Malone. Gregory List. Agatha. But what connects all of these royal family members? Why are they so much better than us peasants? The answer is in their DNA. In standard commoners, run-of-the-mill DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. But if you look closely at the royal family DNA, you'll see that in their case, it stands for deep pockets, nepo babies, avoid paying taxes. So where did the royal family come from in the first place? A quick glance at their coat of arms tells us the full story. Many years ago, when mythical beasts roamed the earth, a lion wearing a crown and a unicorn also wearing a crown, but around its neck like a moron, had sex. And the resulting offspring was the very first royal, Queen Victoria. From the lion, she inherited strength, bravery and fur. She had to shave every single day before making public appearances. And from the stupid unicorn, she inherited nothing because it's an absolute bozo. A total liability, prancing around with its tongue out, not even wearing the crown properly. It's hardly a surprise they all died out when they just go around acting like such clumsy idiots. They need to just take something seriously for once in their lives. So that's the royal family, the greatest family that ever lived or ever will. Now let's give them a well-deserved round of applause.
Well, I've been meaning to say, is that a scented candle I smell?
Yeah, it's this scented candle.
What's the scent?
Wax.
Wax.
It's a wax scented candle.
You can really smell the wax.
Yeah, there's like notes of sort of wax.
The waxy aroma.
It smells exactly like wax.
It's pungent.
So you shut your eyes, it's just, you'd think there was wax in the room.
It's a wax lover's dream.
That smells like wax.
I'm really getting the wax smell.
There's a waxiness to this.
It's groundbreaking.
Sorry, I just...
Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. Oh, cabbages for sale.
What are you doing?
Oh, good morning, sir. I just happened to be in the area selling me cabbages. I was just wondering if you might be interested in purchasing a few. What's going on in here then? Oh, lovely candle, lovely smell. God, that is lovely. I'll tell you what might compliment that nicely though. A couple of cabbages. Now, I wonder if I've got any in here. Let's have a look. Cabbages. Oh, you're in luck. I've got a couple right here. Would you like some of these?
A couple of cabbages would suit me.
A couple of cabbages for a gentleman, is it? Is this it? A couple of cabbages, is it? Is this?
Hey, no, you're not meant to be in this sketch.
No, I get where you're coming from, but I've just got so many of these cabbages, I've got to shift them. By any means.
No, you've had your bit. You can't just start invading the rest of the show because you've got cabbages to sell.
The thing is, I'm a fictional character though, ain't I? I only exist within this show. So this is my only opportunity to sell these flipping cabbages I've got coming out my ears.
Well, I suppose that's sort of true, but you've also got a fictional life beyond these sketches, don't you? So just go and sell your cabbages off screen.
No, I'm going to have to sell me, I'm afraid, but don't mind me. You carry on, what you doing talking about a steel candle of yours, I believe?
Yes, well, it's wax scented, and it's...
Cabbages for sale!
Oh, it smells...
Cabbages for sale!
Wax. No, see you later. This sketch is ruined. It's ruined.
Did you want to buy some cabbages?
No!
Following the catastrophic events of Man 1.
Oh, what actually happened in that one? I still don't really understand what this is about.
Man is back, and more manly than ever.
Anyone fancy a game of sport?
But this time, he must face his greatest threat yet.
Wait, you're...
That's right. I'm a man too.
Another man.
That's good. Huh.
Oh, you. Wait, so are we friends or is he the villain? Using the oven.
Well, I guess you oughta man up.
Wait, what? Was that a dig or something? What's that? So you are the villain? Right? This isn't positive or negative. There's a scene where we're just on our phones.
I bet you think you're quite the man about town, don't you, man?
I...
Well, listen up, man. Man to man, I don't think you're man enough for this.
For what? What are we...
No man is an island. You, of all people, should know that. And remember, manners maketh man.
I'm so confused. What is this film? Like, what is actually happening?
Man 2. One man too many.
I admit it. I've been plucking my body hairs. Feels good to get that off my chest. Hey, get that off.
Don't ever say that again!
I am scared. It is getting dark, and There are frightening noises coming from the bushes.
Bush noises are nothing to fear, Brim. The unknown can sometimes be scary, but let's take a look at what's in the bushes and soon your mind will be at ease.
This bush sounds evil.
Let's take a look in the bush. It was just a happy moth.
This bush fills me with dread.
Let's take a look in the bush. It was just a baby Thompson's gazelle.
This bush makes me sick to my stomach.
Let's take a look in the bush. It's a wolf!
Oh God, no!
Up the tree! Quickly!
We are surrounded by wolves. A terrible death is now certain for all of us. Uncle Charleston!
Yes, children, I am here once more. Looks like you have found yourselves in quite a fix.
Yes, Uncle.
We are surrounded by wolves.
Please help us.
I will. Listen well, and I shall tell you a parable.
No, Uncle, please. The wolves. We need saving from the wolves.
If you are scared by the wolves, you should think on this. Wolves is an anagram of voles, and voles never hurt anyone.
I do not understand, Uncle. How does that help us?
It is not even an anagram of voles. What about the W?
Forget about it. And now, children, the parable. This is the parable of the lost earring. There once was a very fancy lady whose ears were adorned with jewellery, some dangly, some jangly, but all worth over £60 each. One day, she was opening an old shoe box, and from within it, a happy moth swooped and knocked one of her very small earrings from her ear. She searched and searched, but the earring was nowhere to be seen, and the shock of this made her sweat very profusely. She became dizzy and was just about to swear when a voice spoke. "Remove your tights." The woman was alarmed by this, but then saw a man standing in her wardrobe, his face obscured by her clothes. "Now take this hoover and place the tights over the end of the hoover tube." She did as he said. "Now hoover." She was flabbergasted by the request, but there was something about this stranger that she trusted. After 14 minutes, the stranger spoke again. "Now check the end of the hoover tube, and you may be pleasantly surprised." She was revolted by the man by this point, but she had nothing left to lose, so she glanced at the end of the hoover tube. And would you believe it? There, stuck on her tights, was her lost earring. She put it on immediately and took 7 selfies to celebrate. "Thank you, sir, for your excellent advice. That clever trick with the tights meant that the hoover would pick up the earring but not consume it. Please reveal yourself." And so the figure parted her coats. Would you believe it? It was local councillor for Barnsley, Martin Selby. And he was taking selfies too. So you see, children, if you remember this lesson from local councillor Martin Selby, you will never lose an earring again.
How is this relevant at all? We are surrounded by wolves!
Ha ha! Oh, handily. You have not understood the moral of the story, have you? The moral of the story was, vote for Martin Selby, a man with an eye for the ladies and an ear for them too.
What does that mean? What?
Until next time.
But the wolves! What do we do?
If you are kind to the wolves, they will be kind to you.
If you are kind to the wolves, they will be kind to you.
That's right, Brim. Look at them go, children.
Hello there, wolves. Nice to meet you all. I am Brim.
Uncle Charleston! What do we do? Uncle Charleston! Where is he going?
Uncle Charleston?
Who are you? Can you help us?
Yes, I'll throw you a rope. I have a lot of rope in my van.
Well, we've had a lot of sketches so far today, but some people don't like sketches, so we're going to stop and do something else instead. So here's an epic fails compilation video. It's just a load of epic fails that people have captured on their phones and on camcorders and that. It's the sort of thing you see on TikTok. And yeah, it's just a bit of a break for all the people who've had enough of the sketches.
Oh God! Oh God, Brad, are you okay? Oh no! What have I done? What have I done? Oh my God! Does anyone know CPR?
I know CPR. Cabbage Patch royalty, that is. And here they are, the Piccadilly allotments. Cabbages for sale, cabbages for sale.
I'll have one.
Cabbage for you, sir. Certainly a cabbage for the gent.
Couple for me, please, mate.
Oh no, you okay?
Cool, they're cute, ain't they? Cute as cabbages. Do you want to buy some? Cabbages for sale.
Oh, get out of the way! Get out of the way! Ah!
Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. Cabbage anyone? Anyone fancy one of these? Cabbage for you? Anyone want a cabbage?
Hey Josh, look at this!
Cabbages for sale.
Sorry, but we had to end the Epic Fails compilation there because, well, they all had that guy selling cabbages in them. For a weekday treat, I decided to take a trip on a tube train. As I entered the station, I was immediately assaulted by an infinite parade of businessmen. They elbowed me in the liver and kidneys and ruffled my hair as they tutted. A young professional slammed me into a tiled wall and impaled my foot with her work-appropriate heel. She glanced at her smartphone and updated her LinkedIn profile. New skill, disposing of pathetic scumbags. She glared at me expectantly. I endorsed her skill, and she was on her way. An elderly man fumbled with his Oyster card. The commuter swiped his walking stick and beat him with it. A family of Welsh tourists were squeezing their wheelie suitcases through the thin gates. The commuters kicked the little wheels off and poured their lattes and frappuccinos onto their Welsh faces. A young child was playing happily beside one of the gates, fidgeting with a fidget spinner. He absent-mindedly stepped into the path of the suits. They hit him in the liver and kidneys, and he was swept away by the tide of business acumen, never to be seen again. I descended, spatially and emotionally. From their frames on the walls I passed, horrible ghouls jeered at me, all of them smiling with bright white teeth and empty eyes. "Come and see our play," they said. "It's the most fun you can have." "No," I replied. As I stepped onto the platform, the tube train slid into view. The brakes squeaked like 12 billion mice in a mood. The ultrasonic wave sliced my ears off and shattered my teeth. I had got the London look. I entered the tube train and couldn't believe my luck. It was half empty. There was a slither of air between two sweaty hipsters that I could squeeze myself into. A gap at least 4 centimeters square beneath an OAP's elbow where I could easily crouch. Or better still, the space between the 2 panes of glass in the double-glazed window was totally free. I took my chance, and with enough concentration, I was able to go 2D and slide between the panes. As the train lurched on with its journey, propelling us through these underground tunnels, I couldn't help but wonder if all these proud business people and trendy Londoners were really so impressive after all, when every day they were essentially just behaving like very fast moles. Like wombles. on men. Right, well, we're going to end the show in the traditional way with some hardcore drum and bass music from special guests Chase and Status. Got them both. I gather they're very cool, so this should help bring in a cool new audience, which we're really lacking. So anyway, here they are. Chase and Status.
Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale.
Hey, where's Chase and Status?
I paid them off, didn't I? I gave them a sack of cabbages to let me use their slot.
You can't give cabbages to Chase and Status?
They bloody love cabbages. Chase is getting into fermentation, so he's going to use his to make sauerkraut.
Well, this isn't going to bring in any new views, is it? Some demented Greg Wallace figure singing about cabbages.
It is, and they're going to learn to love cabbages. Starting now.
1, 2, 3. Cabbages for tea. 2, 3, 4. I'll have a couple more. 6, 7, 8. There's a cabbage on me plate. 7, 8, 9. Get in line. Roll up. There's a cabbage in the club. Get out my way. Now you're gonna have to pay for some cabbages. I'm selling them now. 7 quid a cabbage or 50p a pound. Alright, gather round. Guess what I've found? It's another clan of cabbages. They're growing in the ground. Tuck in the lap. Have a taste of it, mate. What a cracking cabbage. Get it on your plate. Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. Alright, cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale. I've got so many cabbages, they're stacked to the ceiling. I accept their taste and smell and appearance ain't too appealing, but they're lovely, in their own special way. So give them a chance and you'll soon start to say, I like cabbage, it's not lavish, but I'll have it in me sandwich. Chuck a dozen in the oven and you'll be buzzing. I got them off me cousin. That's right, he dug them up with his trowel. He nicked him in the night, the only witness was an owl. Cabbages for sale, take some home for your mum. And if she don't want any, tough, she's having some. Cabbages for sale. Cabbages for sale.
You're off-putting. You're visually off-putting to most viewers.